Welcome back.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey,
You good? I know
hey,
you like that.
hey,
I know you like that.
hey,
How long you been back, man?
hey. Check it out, everybody. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. It's where I take events today and I speak on them. I say things you're gonna like and I say things you're not gonna like. But either way, I'm gonna say it. And I'm your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I hope all is well with everybody. We go. I know. Listen, I know. I know what everybody's thinking right now. It's like, what's going on? What happened? Right? I get it. I get it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that I don't know. I don't know. So let's just look at it from this perspective. We'll look at it like uh, it's the same show, we just on a different channel. How about that? How about that? Because you see, the way I was brought up, you don't question God's work. You just be thankful for your blessing. And so that essentially that's what I'm doing now. But before we get started into today's show, I want to take a moment to, since we are on a quote unquote new channel, I want to welcome in our new um viewers. And I also want to thank the ones who follow me from day one. My day ones has been rocking with me that's in here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying supportive and staying true and being loyal. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So for those that are new, let's give a little brief description of what we do here. Um, the show is called hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, as you see. Um, and I told you we take events from today or things that's going on from today and we speak on them. Now, with that being said, some of the things we say are just us giving our opinion on things. Some things will come off as conspiracy heavy, maybe, but we also bring you legit facts. And that's what this is about. It's an entertainment show with a lot of realness mixed in. But what we're going to do on this channel, hey, bestie, my bestie Jenny. My bestie Jenny's in here. Not only my bestie, but she's also one of my moderators. I got a strong moderator uh, cast, and they keep me in line on here. And I know it's hard work. I'm stubborn sometimes. I'm hard headed sometimes, but they do an outstanding job. So let's give it up for my moderators. Welcome back. I think that was appropriately an appropriate song to play to open up the show. Pink Tech, good morning. How you doing, my family? How you doing? Pink Tech is another one of my great moderators. So again, I know what you are asking people. How? I don't know. And we won't question. We'll just be thankful for the blessing. Right? So we're going to touch on a few things today. I won't keep you long. I promise I won't keep you long. This is just the first show. They're not even letting me set up no goal or anything like this. So we're just gonna go ahead and just give the new viewers a little brief summary or sample of what we do. And those of you that's back and it's been rocking with me since day one, you already know how we get down. So the first thing I want to do, first story I want to talk about is Irv Gotti. I still think we should continue praying for him, as we said, and those may know and some may not know. He did suffer another stroke. This one was a lot more severe than the one he had last year. Okay. It is alleged that he is in a vegetable state. Um, He has bleeding on the brain. It's alleged that they have told his family to come in and basically say their final goodbyes to him. Hey, Rita. Rita, you know, you know, uh, you know, Rita knows. And again, there's people who have been making light of the situation, and again, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. That's what they say, Jenny. That's what they say, Jenny, because uh, she's pregnant again, and she has this hold on him, and this was just the final straw. I don't listen. We're just gonna pray for him. We're gonna pray for him because at the end of the day, we know that he has a family that loves and cares about him. So uh, we'll do our due diligence and we'll pray for him on that end. Second thing I want to bring up again, this time around, we still gonna keep the realness of our show, but we're gonna move a little bit differently. So as I transition into the second story, we're going to play some heavy charades from this point going forward. Okay. So if you know, you know. And if somebody else don't know and you know, please enlighten them. Right? Okay, so let's go. How many of y'all watched the Grammy Awards on Sunday? Now, isn't it ironic? And again, I'm just going to speak for me. But isn't it ironic that last year at the same award show, there was a guy who was a co-owner of a prominent music label, and it had a lot of rocks, right? And he received an award at the last year's show, right? And when he was on stage accepting his award, he spoke highly of a woman that he's married to, and she's a famous musical artist herself. But I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name. She's referred to. It's I can't remember what they call her. But you know how an insect is black and yellow and it flies around, something like that. They call her something like that. But I don't know her name. But he was saying that, yeah, with his daughter, right? But he was saying that she never received a particular award out of all of the time she's been in the industry and out of all the hits she's made. She's never received this award. Deb made it in. Good morning, Deb. And so, Marie, I see you, Marie. Welcome to the live. So, he did that last year. This year, that wife of his finally won that award. Now, I can't remember what his name is either. I just know that he had co-owner of the record label, and that had something to do with rocks. And I know that he has been mentioned in some legal ongoing things, if you will. And just so happens this year that wife of his gets that award that he said that she didn't get last year. But if you go a little deeper, search your heart, it won't come to me, Jenny. It just won't come to me. I'm trying to get the name and it won't come to me. But if you notice, let's get a little deeper. If you notice, the presenter that was presenting her this particular Rita, them names, they just slip my mind. I just can't get it for the life of me what they name is. I just don't know, baby. I just can't get it. Her presenter, um, I don't know her name either. We'll just say she likes to do things in a swift motion. Presented her this award, and I noticed that when she was presenting the award, she had on a all. She had on the color of my sweatshirt. Yeah. She was in red, and that's right, Jenny. Slipped my mind. That's right, Jenny. She dates a football player. She dates a football player, and she's really, really, really famous, right? But did you notice what she had on? Did you notice how that insect named lady it's like the insect and it's black and yellow a lot of times, you know? And did you see how she finally got that award after the guy that owned the record label with the Rocks said something about it last year? But what I want to point out that seems vital, if you know, you know. Before she went up on the stage to receive her award, the guy that we talking about, that we just can't remember his name, he was sitting on the other side of the table. Then he walked around to where, man, his wife, and I still can't remember her name, but he came around to his wife before she went up on the stage. And we use the label wife very loosely. But he came around to her and he leaned in. And if you didn't pay attention, it would look like he just gave his wife a smooch on the cheek. But if you pay attention, she didn't let him touch her with his I almost said with his lips. She didn't do that. And if you didn't see it, just go back and pay attention and watch it. You mean to tell me at the height of her career, I mean, not the height of her career, but the most highest prize or honor that has been eluding her for her whole career, she finally win, and we use the word win very loosely.
You mean to tell me she didn't let him kiss her?
Baby, if it's my wife and she just won the highest award of her career that's been eluding her, not only am I going to give my wife a kiss, I'm going to pick her up, spin her around, give her a hug, do everything. I'm going on stage, act a fool with her. Did you see any of that? Rita says strange behaviors, huh? Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, but what do we know? What do we know? Well, when we say what do we know, one of my news crew members sent me something last night. These same people that we're talking about that we can't remember their names, right? But the one, God, her name with the insect, the black and yellow insect. She made an album that was, well, let me put it like this way. When you have some lemons, but you need some aid. Yeah, on her album, Pink Tech said, I love it. You know how we do. Hey, Mark, I'm trying to stay within the realm. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, right? We're trying to keep this one going. I hope I'm doing good. But she had a album by that name. Yes, Rita. Yes, Rita. Rita. Yes, yes, absolutely. She had an album that was very cowboyish. Very cowboyish. You know what I mean? And on that lemon with the AIDS, if you need the aid, the help, um, she spoke about this guy. I don't know. They say he liked camels a lot, that he started to resemble one. I don't know. But the guy that over the record label with a lot of rocks, he had been unfaithful to her. And she put it out in his album. And one of the songs she's talking about, it's this girl she met at the Whole Foods down the street named Becky. And she was trying to find out what salon Becky went to get her hair done, because Becky had good hair. You see what I'm saying? And so when we heard that, yes, Jenny, the one that Nas roasted her husband on the song Ether. Roasted, flame, fuego, right? So when she was at Whole Foods, and they was in the produce section, right? And she noticed this lady named Becky. And Becky's hair was just beautiful. It was silk and everything. So she the way she was remember her was because it was she called her Becky with the good hair, right? So when we hear that, and when we heard that, we like, to us, especially the guys, we was like,
Uh-oh. That boy done went down there and cheated with some girl, Becky, and then she got good health.
that's what we thought when we heard it. That's what we thought, right? Well, my news reporter sent me something through the news into the newsroom last night, and come to find out, maybe Becky at the produce department, maybe she was bending it like Beckham. Maybe she wasn't Becky. You know what I mean? And come to find out, allegedly. Let me get y'all right. Hold on, let me get y'all right real quick.
Allegedly.
It the guy that was part owner of the record label with the rocks, had been messing with it's this one guy, and he played on a TV show. I don't know. It was they said it was a bell in the air, right? And something about him being fresh, but he was a star of that show, one of the main characters on that show, and the person was saying that the guy with the record label with a lot of rocks, and the guy who was one of the main characters on that show, where there's a bell and some fresh air, right, were connected, for lack of better words. Oh, see, I didn't know he was. Oh, yeah, okay, see, see, I didn't know that he was. Yeah, that's right. You right. He did. That's right. I forgot about that. He had this thing where Jenny was right. He had this thing where he would fight aliens and stuff, and I don't know. His favorite color was black. You know, and something about men look good in black. I don't know. I ain't saying I don't know nothing. I ain't don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. I don't know nothing, right? But it's something about he said that he thought that men look good in black, and where he was, it was some aliens. that he had encountered. Yeah, yeah, Deb. They for some reason they called him Prince. I don't know where he was. I don't know what kingdom, but yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a prince, and that was why. Cause that there was also the lady we was talking about that got the award that we can't remember her name with the insects. Um, she has a little sister, right? And her little sister, her handwork was exquisite. And I don't mean writing when I say handwork. And so it was one night that her little sister just happened to be um in an elevator, right? With her husband that is uh over the record label with a lot of rocks. They was in it and I don't know if the air was, very faint in there or whatnot, but whatever happened, the insect lady's little sister reached out. She it was like she worked for Bell South for AT&T. She reached out and she was putting hands uh to the guy who owned the rocks, the record label with the rocks. Oh, Rita, she was very upset.
Highly upset.
At the Camel, I'm sorry, the guy who owns the label with the rocks. Okay, so there has always been this mystique, this mystery, this ongoing saying or grumble from people that when it came to these two people,
They're not even married. It's just an arrangement.
if you will. So now I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, and I keep thinking, this it just may be some validity to all of this, right? Thank you for that heart me pink tag. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Given their actions, given how they move for some decades now, I think people may be right about the little grumble here and there about some arrangements going on. And I was thinking, you know what? Well, that can't be true because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm saying to myself,
This cannot be true. That it can't be an arrangement. It's got to be a real thing. There's no way that it's an arrangement because she has played her part really, really well for far too long.
now I want to ask you all a question. Is it a possibility that you could okay, let me put it this way. Let's put it to us common folks way. Have you ever had a relationship where you really wasn't feeling the guy or the girl in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, like it wasn't your thing, they wasn't your thing or whatever. You didn't find them that attractive or whatnot, but throughout the course of time of talking to them or a certain period of time of talking to them and dealing with them and hanging out with them and stuff, you eventually saw them differently and started really developing feelings for them. Has that ever happened? Can that happen? Has that ever happened to you? Because maybe that's the case. Jenny, yeah, yeah, because they do say that a lot of times daughters end up marrying or liking uh, men who resemble their father. And when we say we don't mean in the gross way, we're talking about like the characteristics of a father. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, that the lady that because man, I tell you, we're gonna have to Google her name because I just can't remember her. But it's like the insect. She's got the same name as one of the insects, right? The bzzz and does all that, right? So her dad. Okay, beautiful. Go take care of that. Her dad um was very like the guy that owned the record label with a lot of rocks. You know, uh, her dad has been um alleged to man, boy, this is some hard work. To have take a liking to his artists that may or may not have been appropriate for him to take a liking to, and we'll go with the may not have been more so than we will the may have been. Okay, because that's we still gonna keep it real here on this new station. We just gonna try to be a little more, uh, you know, with what we say. We're gonna try to be a little bit more subtle or not subtle, more of a mystery on what we're saying. We're gonna leave it to you to figure it out. Cause like I said before, if you know, you know, and if you know and somebody else don't know and you see they don't know, by all means, please go and make sure you enlighten them so they can come in here and join us and keep up. Because they just might find out that they been missing what's been in front of them all this time. You did. Now, for the third thing I want to bring up, for today's show, hashtag, I'm going to say it. We back on the new channel, baby, and I'm glad we're back. Well, let's bring up this third thing right here. There's a person that's an inmate in a Brooklyn house for some things that he allegedly did for a long time, right? Yeah, we gonna touch on that too. That's gonna be the back part of what we're going into right here, Jenny. He is in the Brooklyn house, an inmate in the Brooklyn house, and I tell you, man, it's just it's. I feel bad. I owe you all an apology because apparently I didn't do my studies on this, right? No. You good, Jenny? You girl. You know I love Jenny. Jenny. That she be. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get back to that, but hold on. Let me tell you all about Jenny. Jenny can send me a message and ask if I seen something. And it's so funny because I just finished watching or I just started watching it. We ain't close, but we're in tune. And I love it. This inmate that's in Brooklyn House, I cannot remember his name. I just, again, I apologize to you all. I did bad note taking. I can't remember the names or nothing like that. But what I do remember about this particular inmate is they were saying something about him.
He like Puff the Magic Dragon.
That was his favorite cartoon, quote unquote, right? So and it just so happened that this inmate at the Brooklyn house, him hurt his little knee. His wee little knee hurt. And so they had to take him. They had to take him to a local hospital because him knee hurt. His wee little knee just hurt. It just hurt so bad because years ago, you know, he had ran in a marathon, and I don't know. He heard some about something. He hurt his knee. But so he, you know, and they didn't have no band-aids, and so they went on and took him to the hospital. And so when I saw that and I seen that, right, I couldn't help but think,
I don't care about his knee. As a matter of fact, his knee looked fine when he was punting that person at the hotel on camera.
knee looked perfectly fine. And I said, Self, well, I mean, you know, it might not have been hurting then. It might not have been hurting then. His knee was probably fine then. It just, you know, it come and go. Self told me this when I said that.
Get the out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with that man knee.
And I thought for a minute, and I said, man, Self, you got a point. Like, why are we worried about a little knee when allegedly, given all the stuff he allegedly did, shoot, his knee wasn't hurting then, and he wasn't worried about what they were feeling. So, all right, Self, I'm gonna be quiet. You right. Cause you know, when Self right, I just be quiet. I don't keep going with it, right? Right? Jenny says he's dodging those lawsuits. Poor player. Yeah, that poor wee little knee. He just, you know, him not gonna be able to make it to the court. How could the knee hurt? You know, they gonna have to prop it up on them. I mean, he better figure something out before February 17th. Because it's rapidly approaching. And he got to be there. So he better figure it out. What I want to know about that, though, I want to know, because, you know, we live in a time where AI is rampant, right? Like, so, you know, it's hard to determine on a lot of things what's real and what isn't. I mean, you damn near just got to be there and see it for yourself. But, you know, the picture that's going around is of him in the hospital bed, and he's got these teddy bears around him. And I don't know if that's AI generated or if that's an actual picture of him and he really had the teddy bears. Yeah, Rita, very very fast approaching, very fast. I don't know. He need a wheelchair. He needs some crutches. I don't know, but he better you know, get the freak off his butt and get the court. We just talking. We just talk. Hey, that's all we doing on here today, baby. We hey,
We just talking. We just talking. We ain't blaming nobody for nothing. We just talking.
that's all, people. That's all we doing. So now there's a guy that was on a show with this inmate person. He had a show as well, and this person he would carry an umbrella with him, right? And there's another guy named Chopper. I mean, we gonna Chopper. We know Chopper. Chopper, a real one, right? So with Chopper, he let us in on how what's that guy's name? The inmate that like Puff the Magic Dragon and the guy that carries an umbrella, how their relationship or dynamic was, right, when they was around each other. And I mean, he would say, you know, the guy with the umbrella was a thief allegedly. Like he would steal stuff. And I say allegedly because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But this is what Chopper said. And again, like I'm telling you, Chopper a real one. Jenny says Chopper don't play. He's spilling the tea. Yes, and when I mean Jenny, he's spilling the tea like this. He got the picture upside down. He pouring it all out on the floor. All Coco C, baby. How you doing? I ain't speak to you when you came in. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the live. We on a new channel. And we trying to change, I guess, some of the ways we did our thing, but we still gonna keep it real. You see what I'm saying? We gonna keep it $1.50 still, but we gonna try to do it in a way that, you know, my moody girlfriend won't delete my account this time, if you will. You know what I mean? Jenny just got my side hurting. Hey, Chopper the truth. Chopper's the truth, and I believe what he says. I believe what he says, and he was saying that the guy that liked to puff the magic dragon, he always was mean to the guy with the umbrella. You know, he would treat him bad all the time, right? Now, to me, if you ask me, oh, Jenny says, what would you do if you weren't getting paid for playing a fool? Jenny, that's a great question. That's a great question, because when you present the question to me like that, bestie, how can I? Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
I'm taking everything.
Everything. And matter of fact, not only would I do that, when he woke up the next morning, I'd be long gone. But I had everything. There's no way you fixing to make me. I'm acting a fool, dancing and flipping around. And people already questioning. Do I like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles? And then here you is just gonna talk to me any kind of way? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And in fact, if I were in Umbrella Man position, what we are finding out now would have been out. It would have been out. Now, Umbrella Man, on behalf of me and my bestie Jenny, if this happens to make it to you in any way, be it somebody tell you about it, or be it somebody send you this live, or however you may get it, if it gets to you, on behalf of me and my bestie Jenny, we would like to request you to give Chopper back his chain, please, because you see, the way Chopper operates, he's about that action. And yeah, he said he don't hold no ill feelings. He understand you and everything. He sound really understanding when he was talking. But he did say at the end that he wants his chain back. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, Umbrella guy. If I paid $75,000 for my necklace, all due respect to Chopper. All due respect to Chopper. I'm not saying nothing bad about Chopper. All due respect to him. But there is no way we still would be talking about I need my chain back over $75,000. Oh, praise his holy name. Ain't no way we'd still be talking about it. He does, Jenny, and that's another thing that makes me respect Chopper so much more. I mean, he just his mannerisms, his character, his demeanor. He just it's almost like he says. It's not almost like he does. He looks at it like all the experiences that he went through, it was just a lesson. It was his journey. He had to go through that, and then what happened happened. He just dealt with the outcome the best way that he could. It made the most out of it. I do as well, Jenny. I do. I love anytime I honestly, even though I know we seeing clips of it, and if you all are not privy on what we're talking about or understand what we're talking about, go look up on YouTube. Shout out to them too as well. But go look up Art of Dialogue. I'm gonna tell you, Art of Dialogue to me is one of the best platforms to get vital information like this on. Yeah, exactly. Like he said, Jenny, it was for him. It was for him, and you got all you can do is respect that man for that, because he, He gets it. He ain't putting because you know a lot of times uh we live in the times where a lot of people don't want to hold themselves accountable. A lot of people want to blame everybody else for what may have happened to them to cause certain situations. Chopper don't he not like that. Chopper is not like that. Chopper is completely 100% like, hey, I did it. It happened. And this is what I did about it. You know, you just gotta move on. I know not to do it again. You know what I mean? Something like that. And I respect him for that, man. I respect him a lot for that. That's because he could easily go off. He could easily go off, and he don't. And if he did it and it was wrong, he'll tell you he done it and he was wrong for doing it. He was young. I can respect the person. I can respect the man. I can respect the woman that just says, "Hey, my bad. I made a mistake. That's on me," and own it. Wear it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I say you've been here and I've told you some of the things that I've done wrong, and even though at the time when I was doing it, I didn't stop to think about the long-lasting effects, and probably didn't think it would affect me any more than just that moment, but it has. And there was a time I blamed everybody else, but now I'll tell you, yo, I did this right here, and it caused this, and it hurt, and it's still affecting me today. You see what I'm saying? Coco C says you don't need a crutch when you're 10 toes on business. Exactly. You don't need a crutch. You don't need it. And that's what it's like, Coco C. I think with Chopper, he just like that, you know. I love it. And he's done multiple interviews, and in each interview, he's giving me the same energy. Ain't nothing switched up about it. So I rocks with him. You know. So we're gonna come up on closing the show now, and I am going to try to post this in its entirety on this particular channel right here. I'm gonna try to do it. Again, people, I don't know. I don't know how we here. I'm not gonna ask some questions. I'm just thankful. You know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the married lady. Yeah, and with. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Jenny. I forgot to bring that up too because that's important because she's filed lawsuits against the inmate that likes Puff the Magic Dragon. Uh, she's brought lawsuits stating that he did some inappropriate things to her, but to let Chopper tell it, Chopper says that he seen this lady willingly go and do things with that inmate that likes Puff the Magic Dragon. So again, like I just told y'all, Chopper, he ain't showed listen, this man hadn't showed me any reason or any lies at all. Like, it's just like he just tell you. And he'll even tell you in telling you about somebody, hey, no disrespect to them. I love them. But this is what it is. You know? Yeah. Remember the pony guy that came to the door? The pony singer, he had that song about the pony. And told you to jump on it. If you was liking horns. And he said, Chopper said, that particular singer came to the door looking for this same lady that was married, that was donating Kuda Pop to everybody. Okay? So, he says he loves her. No shade. He don't think she's a bad person. Anything like that. He got all due respect for her. But she did what she did. And he saw what he saw. And he's telling you. Like, I mean, when it comes to a person who they may tell you about yourself and it may hurt your feelings. It may make you mad what they say. But they keeping it $150 with you. You got to maintain a level of respect for them. Right? As opposed to some people who are just going to be telling you what they want you to hear or to gas your head up, And I'm going to say this. But yeah, Jenny, the truth hurts sometimes. Sometimes it just hurts. And you got to feel it. You got to feel it so you know not to do it again. you know. But prime example, last night I was on a little panel with my cousins, and one of my cousins had one of his ex girlfriends. I mean, we was trying to get them back together, and I honestly seen, I thought they was like, but when it came to him talking about his faults or whatever, me and our other cousin, we was holding him accountable, and he owned up to it. Shout out to Hampton 3000. Shout out to Chaser. Love y'all. Those are my cousins. But he stood on his bed. Yeah, I messed up. That was me. That was on me. And that's how it's got to be. And at the end of the day, even though me and Chaser was getting on him, he don't love us any less. We don't love him any less for his mistakes. But we family. We are all cousins. When I mess up, they gonna hold me accountable. I ain't gonna be mad at them. I might be mad at what they said, but they gonna be. I'm not gonna be mad at them because I know they're telling me the truth. They holding me accountable. You understand? So that's what it is. That's what it is. Hey, listen, we're about to close out today's show. Okay, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for coming back, man. Listen, I don't know when the next one's going to be. We're going to play it by ear, but I'll tell you what, Jenny or Pink Tech, they'll let you know, or I'll let you know when we're going to go live, okay? But just be looking out for us. Just be looking out for us, all right? And thank you all for joining me today on hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Thank you for my mods. Love y'all. I love y'all. My gifter, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all, be safe out there, okay? Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later.